Shalom everyone, I hope that you are doing absolutely fabulous. Thanks for joining for a daily reading. If you are returning, welcome back, and if you're new, my name is Shannon and I'm glad to have you. My channel looks at a lot of criminal activity. Most of the time I'm focusing on that kind of stuff so that you know, just crimes of the heart as well. I'll try to be as general with the energy as I can. Sometimes the energy flow comes through me and I'm experiencing the energy that I am viewing out here. I don't know how to explain that to anybody. You're just going to have to go with it. You will learn me as we go. It's just the way that the Great One uses me. He allows me to experience it. I am just a conduit for him to just work through. Sometimes he is expressing things that may be, you know, even disturbing to you. And so anyway, you'll just learn me as we go. I am not a churchy channel or a religious channel by no means, but the scripture is found in the tarot. I do have a Hebraic descent, and so I keep all 10 of the commandments. I love Jehovah Elohim. He is the maker of heaven and earth, and people call him the universe, but I call him by his scriptural name because he tells us what his name is forever. And I love the HaMashiach that walked among us in the flesh, which is the son of the living Elohim, which is Jehovah. And that is who I confess. I'm not ashamed of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Without them, we are just, we're nothing. So this is just who I am. You will get scripture real heavy at times. It comes out. I really don't care. I let Jehovah just speak what he wants to because he's running everything. Okay? It's up to you and I to yield to uprightness. And so I'm just a teacher of uprightness and chase hard after the truth and seek the Father in the truth and stuff like that. So the truth comes by keeping the covenant, keeping the commandment, having it written upon our heart and stuff like that. But anyway, I am free and I don't have like any religious mindsets. Like I said, I just let the Spirit speak, and it speaks expressively. So once you take the, you know, mindsets off and you let the Spirit speak the way, you know, he wants to express. I mean, because look at the world. There's so much diversity in it. It just becomes a better place to be free and just what's the truth of the matter type of a, you know, sense of looking at things. But anyway, this is who I am. If you got to go and it's not your cup of tea, then I guess this is where you will click off. Thank you for checking me out. Happy birthday, happy anniversary as well. Let's get in here. And you know, I'm trying to wake up. I've been up for a while, but I'm still having my coffee as I'm recording this. Let me get a drink. At the same time, if you are new, outside of my brain trying to kick in, when I am feeling the energy, sometimes I can be a little goofy. Okay, so as long as you understand what I'm saying, you'll get the gist of things. It's just I'm trying to navigate through the energy and talk to you and read and all that kind of stuff. Jehovah, I love you so very much with all of my strength, with all of my soul, with all of my mind. I just thank you for the viewers and those who you have put on this channel, even just for even a moment. If somebody's just in and out today, just guide our steps by your word today, and I just thank you for it. I just want to bless you. I ask for wisdom and knowledge to come forth. We just take authority right here, right now, over every wicked, demonic, dark force and energy. Jehovah rebuke you straight to the pit. No weapon formed against us shall prosper, and you cannot come into this realm to try to tempt anyone with your evilness. Jehovah rebuke you. We have oppression here. We do have oppression here. And we have the Emperor showing up. Well, that's huge oppression. Especially at the top of somebody, or that's you. Somebody's oppressed because somebody's being stubborn as well, because the Emperor can represent stubbornness. This is boss figures, and somebody's boss is here. Somebody's boss is oppressed because of some type of war energy. Then that's here. We've got empires here as well. Remember, I had World War III come out, and some people feel like they've just been like, oh my God, it's such a big war of things. Something's very much oppressive. But a 10 is an ending as well. Could be some plotting going on. The letter D is here. Also, the door would represent, if you are brand new, I read my cards a lot different than a lot of readers, okay? So you're just going to have to go with, you know, what's going on here. Eventually, you'll learn where I'm coming from with some stuff as well. But because the living language is in the tarot, I read my cards that way a lot of times. So, but anyway, we do have you know, oppression going in and out of a door, being very much oppressed here, okay, within home matters and things like that. Something about children are also here. So a father and children, or this, or the Six of Cups can go back to your parents as well, or somebody from the past. This energy would have a counterpart to it, as we know, which would be the Empress. So, you know, you could also be dealing with your grandparents as well here. Some type of somebody's, you know, if you're going to lay down the oppression today, folks, and make up your mind to get out of nostalgia about the oppressive thing and return, there's a forgiveness here. There is. So we have the upper and the lower version of the Emperor coming out in this reading. Okay, let me grab another deck here. Let me grab the Rider-Waite. You know, the King of Wands. The Emperor, get up, take a risk, and do the right thing if he's in the upright. Okay, and just lay the burden down, man. Somebody just needs to lay the burden down. I always point out in this deck, if you look here, we have, you know, obviously Leo holds this card in this deck. If you are new, I really don't throw out a lot of the zodiac signs, because we all have passion, we all have emotions, or I guess some people have shut their emotions off, but we all have the elements within us, okay? And everything in the earth and the universe does pertain to things that we experience. And so sometimes I will throw them out there, but a lot of times I'm just looking at the scenario of something, okay? But I always just point out here with the lion, and we are told that the devil roars like a lion seeking whom he may devour type of energy. This lion has a great big chain, and I always get the impression, you know, especially with the King of Wands that is in the upright of things, he knows how to just yank that thing back and have some type of managed control over the passions. Otherwise, something did happen, obviously, for somebody within some war with whatever went down with the past, caused an oppression. Somebody didn't yank that thing back. But if they're in a place where they can return, or you can return, or somebody's thinking and in nostalgia about what happened in the past, wanting to return for forgiveness, and now they got something under control, that energy is here with this, okay? So let's go ahead and see what's going on. Show me this Emperor, because it would be here both ways, or this is a father and a son type of a ordeal going on. So before I started, somebody's guilty of something from the past, and it's oppressive, okay? It needs forgiveness, or to forgive the self, or stop being stubborn and just work through a process or whatever. But before I started, the Seven of Swords came out. Somebody's, you know, had strategized something. This is being sneaky as well. If there's been oppression on somebody and they need to strategize how to return, and they're seeking truth, because seven's still secret truth, and so be it. Somebody stole something, you know, this babbled something with the Seven of Swords. There's guiltiness here with the Seven of Swords, and somebody's oppressed about the thing. Show me the King of Wands here. Give me some more information. Thank you. There's the King of Pentacles, and I'll take the ones that, I guess I'll take all of them, I guess, since they are out here. The Five of Pentacles, also, I'm insecure about something. Because somebody lied, had somebody thrown out of something, or just something's very oppressive here. That just, you know, I just really feel like somebody is oppressed because of, or they're feeling insecure because of whatever took place back here. If somebody did get thrown out of something, I guess so. They lied to do that thing, I guess so. Three of Pentacles is here. Man, there's a fly flying around in my room because I left my door open yesterday. I explained about that yesterday on that other chit-chat that I did. Some type of a, you know, collaborating, possibly how to do that. This is work. 8 Pentacles, 9 Pentacles is a segregation energy, and we have the King of Pentacles out here as, you know, a boss. We have a boss here as well, so we have bosses showing up. Some type of a jolt, obviously, has happened, man. If we are dealing with something to do with, you know, water, or, you know, a float trip, I want to just tell you that when I was doing this, the Seven of Swords in this deck that I stated came out, it has tents all in the background, like a camping site there, and the guy's looking back at the tent, okay? And so And then the Lover's card was there, which in the Hebrew represents the tent peg nail that holds the string. And so it's still kind of coming out here. For some people, there is something by water, something by some float trip situation that has went down. This is needing to leave troubled waters behind, because something's just like, oh my God, a great big jolt here within some ordeal that's had some paradigm shift today. This is knowledge. This is the eyewitness also to something. This is something sexual that's went on, especially if that King of Wands represents somebody in the past, that there was an affair there. Okay, so blast from the past was here. That's a sexual card. Something's known about the thing then, I guess. Let's see what's hidden. What's come to the surface, Jehovah, about this? We do see somebody leaving troubled waters behind, but you got to get up and make your choice here, because there were decisions that were coming out, and there was secret exchanging for a decision as well. We got a male relative with this card. It also goes back to accepting some type of a situation, could be one of the meanings of this card. This is somebody who's really been mourning over a death situation. So if there's been a destruction, then there's been a destruction here within that for some of you all. Okay, because there was a war that went down, real oppressive stuff. Then so be it. Somebody also, Jehovah just said also somebody did something sexually behind the back to somebody, and it was devastating. Okay, because that's passion, and you're dealing with somebody who had mental disorders. Okay, this is amazing, because before I started, I heard the word psychopath come out, and I was, you know, I wanted to go to the root meaning of that word, and you know, in criminal psychology, it was representing obviously somebody who has a morally irresponsible. It's a morally irresponsible person. Okay, so somebody who's mentally deranged. This is somebody with a mental disorder then, okay, involved in something. And so we know that we are dealing with somebody who's been insane. Something's happened. Somebody died within some ordeal that's happened within that, or went insane after something happened. Now, that ain't going to be for everybody, but it's amazing that that card came out, and I was literally just looking that up because I heard it in my spirit come out. So this somebody states, you know, that just obeys their impulses. That's this, like I was just saying, the King of Wands in the negative. Something happened, somebody just obeyed their impulse to get up and do something. It was very devastating, whether it be a sexual attack, or somebody was being abused yesterday in a very big way, and you always said that there would be justice for that thing. Okay, so this goes back to somebody just obeying those impulses regardless of social codes and things like that. They're deranged here. Okay, there's a disorder. This is a big time destruction here around some situation that's happened. So we do have a male relative specifically, and we got masculine energy coming out real big. And so if somebody's done something to a male relative, even sexually behind the back, because that is here, it was just coming through my spirit, something's here. Somebody died because of something that was just morally just disgusting, then that's here. Okay, we also have the dog here. This is, you know, the dog is a positive card, but it can go back to same-sex stuff as well. If you look up the dog, it will go back to that. It can also trace back to the Fool. It can trace us back to a friend could be here involved in something as well. This is also a yes card if you did have a question about something. There's some type of good news that will come, you know, for some type of a forgiveness, whatever, all of the connections to the forgiveness to leave troubled waters behind, or whatever's taking place on the trip or something like that. There's some type of good news that comes with the dog card. Loyalty situations have been here around some stuff. Those of you who ain't dealing with the deranged person that's come out, and this is just a recovery card, then that you know, some people need to recover just because of death situations today that Jehovah's bringing out, then that's here. We have the DA here. Obviously, D-A-D is dad. We have a somebody's dad is here. The male relative is here around some situation, and something's huge because there's been a big freaking war around the thing. Jehovah, you just give some words, please. Big energy. So if you are new, this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. I target this kind of stuff so that people can heal. Okay, yeah, there is a big fat issue out here. In the Hebrew, the word issue can go to the color yellow as well. We're told if we don't guard our hearts, folks, that issues will flow out of it. There's also a wolf out here, which is still a canine as well, and it's making reference to a yellow colored animal. So if somebody specifically has a yellow colored dog, then that could be out here, still canine. Okay, there's something with this that, okay, and somebody obviously was acting like they were one way and they weren't. They were a wolf in sheep's clothing around some ordeal, something with the past, and I guess they were, people, and there's a big fat issue here. It made a destruction, okay, whatever that is. Somebody has somebody's inheritance through this situation, and it's caused a big fat war, okay? Need to give it back, it's not yours. Specifically, we have the 6th house being addressed here, which is Virgo. Somebody really went within, analyzed things and stuff like that. You could have been dealing with somebody also that has had lung problems. The Virgo energy goes back to your lungs, your spleen, your intestines are here. Obviously, it can go back to hospitals and doctors and communication and, you know, things like that. It's also the snake in the basket in the deck, and somebody's putting a judgment on something. It can represent somebody in disguise. Obviously, somebody was. Okay, somebody really in their head about the past. Okay, somebody has had some type of real filthy thing that's went down in a very destructive way, and they need to put a judgment on it. The Hermit card can go back to a judge as well, and there it is right there. Okay, well, you could make it up, and you should never want to, because Jehovah can say what he wants to say and how he wants to say it and why he's saying it. I had a judge come out yesterday as well. Again, it was in that reading where somebody was being abused. And if this was sexual abuse, for some people that was, somebody got sexually abused right up the rear end itself. That's a destruction, because somebody had some impulses that they're deranged here then. They're out of order. Okay, caused some type of freaking war around some stupidness, and then somebody's sitting here stubborn around something. Again, for some people that's past energy. Somebody needs to put a judgment on something. Some type of wasting and a flowing away of something is here. Okay, then something is here as well. Double for your trouble. Somebody needs double for their trouble, because there's been a real big time oppression here around something. Jehovah is going to supply somebody's needs today, because somebody has been thrown out of something. There's 6 pentacles here. 7, 8, 9. 9 pentacles is fruitfulness. But we still can get the 6 pentacles here and being generous. Jehovah's going to supply somebody's needs today, because they have been put out. Somebody's end is going to be better than their beginning. Jehovah says to make a throw at something. Okay, on the lowest level of things, just needing recovery. Okay, within loyalty situations, with a male relative, or because of some type of a death situation, just feeling insecure and oppressed about that thing. Some type of a situation has went down where somebody schemed something, or was sneaky, or lied, or cheated on something. Whatever needs to take place within the return, even if somebody needs to go to jail, somebody knows what they need to do. Jehovah says to make a throw at it today. Call them today. Jehovah said, do it. Do it. The robbery of the wicked, thievery right here. The robbery of the wicked shall destroy them. This big time destruction. Something's happened here, or it's fixing to happen today, or did happen, and there's going to be something that's going to be set free with this tower, past, present, or future, for any given person. The robbery of the wicked shall destroy them, but because they refuse to do judgment. Okay, so if you're going to refuse to do judgment, especially if you got some type of, we got the DA here. Okay, if the DA ain't going to do no judgment on something, it's going to destroy you. If you just sit here and refuse, I'm stubborn, I'm stubborn, I'm stubborn, I'm stubborn, it's going to destroy you. It's going to also affect your family, because your children are here as well. It is. Your friends are here. It will affect you in a very big way, if it hadn't already. If it hadn't already, people. You're dealing with the psychopath involved in something. Somebody going to sit here and be stubborn. I don't care. Maybe the psychopath is this boss, is this father figure, is this leadership in some type of empire somewhere. I mean, what you going to do? You're just going to let somebody be a psychopath? It's going to destroy everybody involved that knows about the thing. We have the U. which looks like the N. If you're dealing with the UN, then for some people, maybe somebody out of the UN is here. Okay, this also, you know, for me, if you're new, I just take everything that comes through my spirit, doing a U-turn. Okay, doing something just totally just transforming, or just like that in a very big radical way, to get up and put a judgment on something that has been robbed within some ordeal. This is a frenzy. Okay, well, I guess so. There's passion that is here. It's showing there's conquest. Well, progress, though encouraged, needs to be had within this. This is going to be a risk of failure, or it was a risk of failure for somebody who exaggerated something. Well, they did, because this is a liar right here. And again, whatever they lied about in whatever they took, or the inheritance is out here as well, and they refuse to do any kind of judgment around it. And because people, this is knowing, people do know something. You're just as guilty as the liar. Okay, you might as well just been there when the act was going on in itself, for whatever reason why the thing went down that was so destructive. Somebody needs to be charged with something, because you really are dealing with a psychopath out here. So if you don't do nothing about it, man, you yourself are a psychopath.